Katie Barbaro.
Hi, everybody. I'm Katie. I just moved here from Los Angeles. Just, trying to round out my personality with like a little grumpiness. It's great. The biggest thing I noticed since moving here is you guys don't really have any children. You just have tiny adults. Like, I love overhearing New Yorkers talk to their babies. It's like they think that they're, they have fully formed brains, and they're just like holding out on you, Like, you'll just hear them on the subway, like, why are you crying? This is really disrespectful. I deserve to be treated better than this. It's like, please don't break up with your 1-year-old. The other day on the subway, I was flirting with this 2-year-old. Don't worry, her mom was there, couldn't get too crazy. And then she was so rude, she like projectile vomited over me. Just like this arc of citrus. Like, it was kind of reassuring, you could tell it was orange juice. But like, you could tell it was orange, you could tell what the vomit was. Oh God, and then she got off her mom's lap and threw up again. I was like, oh my gosh, she's 2. This is probably the worst day of her life so far. So I'm expecting her to burst into tears. And all she does is say, I made a mess. And grabs a wet wipe and starts cleaning it up. She just starts cleaning up her own vomit. Like, that's her first response. I have never seen an adult handle a public puke with that much poise. Like, you guys are right. Keep talking to your children like they're grown-ups. They are. Actually, I work with kids. I'm an occupational therapist. Yeah. It means I get to play with a kid for an hour and then return the kid to its owner. Clutch. Like, thank God, I'm just so thankful to my ovaries for, they're not doing like the ovary whisper, like, take the kid home. You're ready to have a baby inside of you. Like, thanks for keeping it cool. It's great. The other day in the waiting room, though, Mom came up to me. I was like, oh my God, Katie, are you pregnant? I was like, oh my God, are you a monster? Like, I felt terrible, of course, but like, I felt a little worse for her because she just said the worst thing you can say to somebody. So I wanted to make her feel better, and all I could come up with was, no, it's just me in here. So that didn't work. It was so weird too. She had an out because one of my coworkers was pregnant. She could have just said, I got confused. But what she said was, oh, I heard Jen was pregnant, so I just thought. You just thought what? That it's contagious? How did you have a child? I don't get it. The worst thing about the whole thing was just realizing that I'm at the age where someone who doesn't know me that well thinks it's appropriate to excitedly ask me if I'm pregnant. Like MTV doesn't have a show called 26 and Pregnant. It would just be called Pretend Like It Was Your Idea. Man, it's weird. It's weird getting older. I'm 26. I'm 26 right now. Now I'm telling you. Thank you. You are all. You're also all the age that you are. You think you expect to remember certain milestones. Like, I don't even remember growing boobs. I do remember when everyone else realized I'd grown them, because overnight they went from making fun of me for being smart to pretending to be interested in my ideas. So I have a stay-at-home boyfriend, which is great. It's kind of like having a puppy who can talk to you, which is the dream, right? Isn't that your wildest dream? Okay, and I had this terrible thought the other day, and I don't know if you can tell I'm a pretty innocuous person, but so when I have a dark thought, which doesn't happen very often, I'm just like, let it in, let me think it, let me think the dark thought. So the other day I was like, oh my God, it'd be so easy to cheat on him because he wouldn't notice. I know, and then I was like, oh my God, what would that be like? And I realized the first thing I thought of is it's just like stealing grapes from the grocery store. It's a slippery slope. Like, I'm at the point where I can't go into the grocery store without taking 5 grapes. I act like I've never tasted a grape in my life. It's way past the courtesy grape allowance. Thank you guys, you've been great.